Next we move on is Paul Moulton from Isle of Man Television. Good afternoon, Paul. Fast am I.
Good afternoon. For David Ashford, I think really you brought up the business about the steam packet and another positive case. Can you give us a bit more on that? Because is it related to the other one? And does everyone that works with that person also now have to self-isolate, or are they carrying on working, albeit in PPE? Can you give us more?
Yes, I can, Paul. So I believe they're on the same shift pattern as the previous worker, is my understanding. They came up via the surveillance testing, which is exactly why we've done the surveillance testing. They will now be isolated along with anyone else in their household, and also close contacts, close high-risk contacts have also been contacted and made to self-isolate. There are, the way the system works within the steam packet, people aren't mixing as much as, that much. So there isn't a large amount of high-risk contacts that have come off the back of that case, but they will be treated in exactly the same way. Contact tracing will be undertaken, and anyone who's deemed high risk will be isolated. And I'll pass over to Director of Public Health in case she wants to add anything.
Yes, I think you've described it very, very clearly, Minister. That's exactly the situation. Thank you.
It's just that obviously over the 9 months or so, according to a work on the steam packet, there have been quite a few cases, although only one in Isle of Man terms has been registered. This is a concern, and you've had a meeting this morning with the steam packet. What went on? Have you come up with some new protocols?
My understanding is the meeting with the steam packet is the formal meeting is next week.
Oh, you didn't meet today? I thought you said you were having talks.
My understanding is the formal meeting's next week.
So just to finish then,
Director of Public Health can correct me on that.
No, that's correct. We've been in discussion with them, but the actual meeting to really try and sort all of these protocols, etc., out is next week.
So just to clear this thing, are people having to self-isolate or not? I mean, they can't go into 3 weeks self-isolation. Are things carrying on as they were before, which could be a breach of the COVID regulations, couldn't they?
Well, what I would say to that, Paul, if I may, is the entry certificate that is issued to the steam packet is very clear. Got it here in front of me. The entry certificate is what should be being worked to.
You're happy?
I think it was put in place for the protection of the island, and I believe it's an appropriate measure.